In a world where local musicians and artists are unrated, underappreciated, battered, abused, and swept under the rug, living show to show without benefits like medieval gestures. Underplayed and underpaid. Real local music. We've gone rogue. Email us at dryancfru@gmail.com. Viewer discretion is advised. Tolerance is recommended.
We good to go? All right. Police are a joke. Pretty typical. Alright. Yeah, it could be a little louder. Oh, fuck. Alright, what do you want to do next? In the city? Or... Yes. It's in F. But it starts off in C. This one's called In the City. And the This one's called I Don't Want to Work Today. Foreskin. Alright, this one. This one's a ballad by Jacob. I wish I had a foreskin. Well, I wish I had a six. Yeah. See, so alright. This next one's called The Donut People Want My Brain.
It's Welcome to another installment of Underplayed and Underpaid. I'm Brian McNeil, as I'm with you every week. Thank you, last show, to Dave McInnes, the comedian, for coming in and having a fun time. That was a really fun interview. And thanks, Tyler Morrison, for the shout out saying that I have good taste in comedians because I like Tyler Morrison. Today on the show we have the Essential Letdowns right here. Well, actually, I'm out in their jam spot. You guys want to introduce yourselves for the subs and the viewers and tell them what you do in the Essential Letdowns. And go ahead and yell it out, this thing picks up.
I'm Joey Growlin, I'm the lead singer.
I'm Keegan, I play the bass.
I'm Rowan and I play guitar.
Jacob and I play the drums.
All right, you guys want to speak up just a little bit? That'd be great. Thank you guys very much for having me come out to do an interview with you guys. How long has the Essential Letdowns been together?
It's been, well, Joey's been in it since the start, so he'd know better than us.
Yeah, well, I started it back in 2013, but I wouldn't say it really started picking up till a year later, but with Jacob, actually. Jacob and I were pretty much, like, we've been doing it, yeah, pretty much since 2014, and, yeah, we've had a lot of lineup changes, and it's been a while, and then this new lineup here is, we're doing now with, new material, I guess.
Nice. And what genre would you say you guys perform?
Punk rock.
Basically
Punk rock.
punk rock, yeah.
Nice. Now on the Facebook page it has a different description. Who came up with
Oh
that?
yeah, I call it power trash because we try to play a bunch of different genres, so I like to mix it all into one, so.
Okay.
Power.
And if someone were to ask you, what does your band sound like? So I can get a feel for what you sound like. Who could you relate your music to?
I can't think of any
It's
bands.
probably,
that, like,
I think I'd say the Ramones in a way.
Yeah.
Just punk rock and stuff like that. They play a lot.
All right. Why did you guys choose the name The Essential Letdowns?
I was gonna call it the Letdowns initially, and then my dad suggested calling it the Essential because not only is there probably hundreds of other bands called Letdowns, it's kind of a funny oxymoron twist to it, I guess.
Okay. But at this point, let's ask, do you have any upcoming gigs? Anything that you guys are excited about?
Yes. July 3rd, we're playing with Luicidal at Jimmy Jazz in Guelph. Luicidal and the Nasties.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
And who is Luicidal? We all know who the Nasties are, but who's Luicidal?
What is it? The drummer and the bass player from Suicidal Tendencies.
The original members.
Yeah, the original guys. They got back together, formed this new band.
Nice. I heard that there's possibly some songs that they're not allowed to play because of copyright. Do you guys want to extrapolate on that?
I didn't hear anything about that, but I'm not surprised.
We know that they played stuff off their first 3 albums, which is probably what the other 2 guys are from.
Gotcha. All right, and so the gig, Canada Day, 2017, Monday, July 3rd. The Essential Letdowns, the Nasties, Luicidal. Doors at 8, no cover, all pints and tall cans, $5, and the $5 menu. Talk about the Jimmy Jazz.
One of the best bars in Guelph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go there all the time.
They
It's,
play some of the best punk rock shows and shows in general. That's where I usually go for pretty much anything, really.
Nice.
yeah, it's good.
You got anything to add about Jimmy Jazz?
I'm not in Guelph as often as they are, so.
Okay.
But it's pretty fun there.
Fair. All right, back. Let's talk a little bit about more about you guys. Are you guys parts, first off, of other musical projects, and how do those projects compare to the Essential Letdowns music?
Well, me and Joey have been in a couple different bands together, Noise and Noise and CID. Noise and Noise is on a bit of a hiatus right now, but CID, we're playing. It's like my dad. It's his band, and we're playing with him. So it's like older punk rock stuff, sort of.
Shouts out to Jaylee.
Yeah.
Right on. Anybody else in any other musical outfits? No? No?
Drummer and I were trying to start kind of a
Metal, hardcore,
band,
melodic thing, but
yeah, hasn't really taken off.
just some of the time.
Fair. What kind of musical training do you guys have? Do you guys all have like years and years of violin under your belt?
Not so much. I've done guitar lessons personally for a few years, but
Yeah.
I doesn't contribute to making the music. music live, but
Because you're not tethered to a guitar in this band.
yeah. But
I've played drums for like since grade 11, so I don't know, like
high school.
6 or 7 years.
Right on.
And no real training.
Who are your musical influences? Who you guys look up to musically? Who kind of inspired you guys to get into music in the first place?
Me personally, more like a lot of the old school Canadian punk rock bands like Teenage Head and Forgotten Rebels. I'd say Keegan would be
Yeah.
the same for him.
I was
too.
introduced to the old like British punk rock bands, Sex Pistols and the Clash.
A lot of old school punk rock, like from the 70s and 80s, and
Yeah.
I started more with like Green Day and Blink-182 and stuff like that. And kind of later on listened to stuff like Rancid and NoFX and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
That's what I think.
Bro.
I started listening to like Johnny Cash and Elvis when I was like a really little kid, so that's what got me pretty into music.
Right on. Moving on then. What do you guys tend to write songs about? What inspires your lyrics? I guess this should be directed to you first.
yeah. I've pretty much written most, maybe all the songs.
Written a few.
Jacob's written a few actually now. Me and Jacob, I'd say I've started off with a song called "The Donut People Want My Brain," and Jacob kind of helped with making the music of that. And, but mostly it's like I guess I'm just trying to take I guess a lot of bands are kind of take a lot of serious approaches to stuff, which is cool and all. But I think we could lighten up a little bit. So I like to write some songs about social issues, like maybe like about bus fare being too pricey and making kind of a joke about it, or even just songs that aren't relevant to anything, about maybe being in love with a psychopath or being a crazed killer, or writing about just nonsense, really, just kind of wacky, loony themes. Yeah.
Foreskins.
Yeah.
I was eating lunch and I was listening to your Bandcamp. What's the address to your Bandcamp?
It's just Essential Letdowns .bandcamp.com, but Essential and Letdowns are sharing the L, so it's like kind of one word.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to jam out. And it was weird listening to like high-speed punk. Sit down, eating a nice salmon platter. Where else can you be found online? You guys have the Facebook?
Got Facebook.
Mostly Facebook, and I tend to post stuff on YouTube on their account called
Switch off this.
Dead City Rebel. I posted some live videos of us over the years with other members too, but I tend to try and keep that alive with some of the videos.
Nice. How about merch? You guys gonna have any merch available on the July 3rd show at the Jimmy Jazz with Luicidal? Because you know the Nasties, they got buttons, shirts, hats, they got
Yeah.
all kinds of stickers.
Yeah.
We
There's
might,
Probably
uh,
keychains,
Let's
wallets.
think we'll get some stickers, so we might have some stickers.
We got buttons, but I usually just give them away for free because I don't know. I bought them a long time ago, so I'd rather see someone wear them.
Totally fair. Okay. Who have you guys shared bills with? Who of note that you can remember that you're like, wow, that was really exciting to play? Like, have you played with any bands on the level of Luicidal before?
I don't think we can say that actually. We've played with basically local bands. We've played with the Nasties before, and a lot of bands from out of town like us, kind of like, and bands like Beaver Slap and
Beaver Slap.
all-girl punk band from Barrie. They're pretty awesome. Our old bass player, left that band and joined us temporarily, and then went back to them. But yeah, it was they were an awesome band to discover through here. So
Cool.
but, yeah.
Anybody else gonna? No.
I've played with the Dayglow Abortions a couple of times.
Cool.
Noise. That's always fun.
I was at a show where Degla was headlining. You, the band, was performing, and they were kicking around a volleyball. Were you at that show?
No.
Somebody kicked the volleyball and it hit hit the mic, and then the mic smashed right into Jay's teeth. It was hilarious.
Wow.
He looked really mad, and then the song ended. And by the time the song was over, he was like, "Ah, it's not a big deal."
Yeah.
Favorite local bands and artists that guys that you guys like to listen to that are local that you can give shouts out to.
I always love listening to the Nasties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of friends in bands, like one band called Christ Choker. We're pretty good buddies with them. We've pretty much started around the same time as they did, so we kind of like to keep in touch and kind of keep up with each other in that. They're kind of like adversaries in a way, I guess, but they're a good band. And like I said, Beaver Slap and like Nasties are great too.
I can't think of any really.
Without having adversaries, it wouldn't make you guys as good as you are. So here you go.
Yeah.
I watched the GSP documentary last night, and that's what I took away from it. All right, what kind of hobbies do you guys have outside of music?
I would actually say this is pretty much my only hobby.
Oh, yeah?
I don't really do very much other than, I guess, drink on weekends.
So shouts out to MGD that we got here on the floor, right? Anything else? You like getting tattoos?
Yeah.
And do you have any other hobbies besides music, Rowan?
Not really.
Okay. Well, at this point, I guess we're going to have to go to Button Rebuttal. Pressed by Nick presents Button Rebuttal on Underplayed and Underpaid. I have three riddles here. Who's going to take them on? Well, you have to, Joel, because you're the lead singer.
All right.
Okay, so all right, we'll give you one first. What is round on the ends and high in the middle? And if you don't answer within 10 seconds, you got to stick your hand in a dirty button bag. And 10 seconds is pretty much up. So stick your hand in this dirty bag of buttons and tell the viewers and listeners what you've won.
Won a, I think it's a meatloaf button.
Oh, it's that's the pro-life button.
Oh, pro-life.
Yeah,
Right
that's
on. Yes.
placenta in a bucket.
Right on.
Okay, so now you get to tell me what you deserve. What are these beautiful, shiny, green, underplayed and underpaid buttons?
Oh, why I deserve? Not sure.
Okay, well, you're not sure. There you go. You get a button. Who's up next? Who wants to take on Button Rebuttal? Pressed by Nick presents. If you want buttons and you're in Guelph, get a hold of Pressed by Nick right there on Facebook, and I'll make you some buttons.
I'll give it a go.
Keegan's up next. All right. You see me in water, but I never get wet. What am I?
See me in water, but I never get wet.
3 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1. Time is up. Keegan, stick your hand in the dirty button bag.
All right.
The answer was your reflection.
Oh.
Reflection never gets wet. No. Isn't it silly? Who's next? Jacob, you want to take it? Rowan? All right, Jacob. What has a heart but no other organs? I think your time's up. You want to pass the bag back?
Good answer.
Make him, what did you get, Keegan?
I got Donald Trump, and it looks like he's got maybe assholes for eyes and a mouth.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What'd you get, Jacob?
3 condoms.
Oh, that's the pro-choice button. Pro-choice button. And Rowan, would you like to just stick your hand in the dirty button bag anyways, just to say you have a souvenir? And you guys all get to rebut as to why you deserve green underplayed and underpaid buttons. I'll just give them to you anyway. Thank you guys very much. Joel, Jacob, Keegan, and Rowan for being underplayed and underpaid. Joey. Sorry, did I say
That was
Joel
close.
earlier
That's
too?
okay.
All right, I apologize. And yeah, again, July 3rd, the Essential Letdowns with the Nasties and Luicidal at the Jimmy Jazz, 8 p.m. doors. Amazing drink specials. Everything on the menu is $5 and less, so see you there.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks.
All right.